You're currently hearing me on the microphone of the SoundPEATS Air 4 Lite. The SoundPEATS Air 4 Lite are a more budget-oriented version of the SoundPEATS Air 4. They give up lossless aptX for LDAC. They have multi-point connectivity, and for around 40 bucks, they seem like a really good deal. But you need to know some of the pitfalls of these headphones and LDAC.
Comment with your thoughts of the mic performance of the SoundPEATS Air 4 Lite. In my experience, the microphone has been really good, and in those moderate to low background noise environments, they do a great job of clarifying your voice without making it sound overly compressed or robotic. In higher noise situations, they sound pretty good still, but overall, I think that the microphone of these headphones is anywhere between good to excellent. Now, as with all of my headphone reviews, I'm going to have chapters, so you guys can skip around to find the parts of the video that matter the most to you. And if you're watching this before Black Friday, I know that SoundPEATS has some really aggressive deals where you can get these headphones for an awesome price, and you can find that in the description. Next up, we got to talk a little bit about the specs, because the specs of these headphones are quite interesting, and they're really premium specs for a pair of headphones that aren't priced so premium. And I'll get to the overall tier rating of these at the end of the video. These have Bluetooth 5.3, which is the newest version of Bluetooth. It's great to see that they're equipping them with Bluetooth 5.3, especially at this non-premium price point. Multi-point connectivity. This means that you can connect them to your phone and your laptop, let's say, and switch back and forth seamlessly. This is a feature that we normally only see on more premium end headphones. LDAC. And with the LDAC that we have on these, you can get 990 kbps or kilobits per second audio quality streaming to your headphones, if your device supports that. We have anywhere between 5 to 7 hours of playback time, and this really is going to depend on what flavor of LDAC, or if you're using SBC, or if you're using multi-point connectivity. But at the high end, you're looking at 7 hours with SBC audio codec at 60% volume, and 5 hours if you're closer to 5 hours if you are using these with LDAC. We have 6 microphones, meaning that we have 3 microphones per ear, and that just goes for the environmental noise cancellation. As you guys could hear, the microphone on these sounds really good. We have 13mm drivers, which is a bit of a downgrade compared to the SoundPEATS Air 3, but these drivers sound pretty good still, and we're going to talk about that towards the end of the video. We also have a game mode with a reduced latency, but honestly, if you guys are trying to do any hardcore gaming, you should probably just use wired headphones, but I'll give you guys a gaming test right now.
I'm a professional photographer and videographer living in Los Angeles, and these are the 5 things that I've learned about the Pixel 8 Pro in my time with it. The second thing that I've learned to really...
Next up, we got to talk about the design and overall build quality of these headphones along with the materials used. Now, the overall size of the case is a little bit bigger than that on the SoundPEATS Air 3 headphones, but I wouldn't call this a large case by any means. I really don't like the glossy plastic on the outside, so you're definitely going to want to pick up a headphone case kind of like this. It's one of the silicone ones. It's what I have on my Pixel Buds Pro, and that'll just protect them and keep the exterior of the case from getting scratched up and accumulating fingerprints. We have a front indicator light with red, yellow, and green to go ahead and give you guys an idea of how much battery you have left, which is great. On the front of the case, we're also going to have a nice re-pairing button in case you encounter any pairing issues between the 2 headphones. On the bottom, we have a nice USB-C charging port with a little gold ring, and it's a nice green accent. I really like these touches, and they make the headphones feel more premium. This is a smart case, by the way. When you open them, they begin pairing with your phone. I love that. Taking the headphones out of the case, we have more matte plastic. We have a kind of plastic grill at the front of the headphones, and we have a secondary kind of grill on the inside of them to go ahead and give that speaker some venting. We don't have any kind of in-ear detection, which is definitely a downgrade compared to the SoundPEATS Air 3, but they've replaced that with multi-point, and I think it's okay. Overall, the shape of these headphones hasn't changed very much, and I think that's a good thing. I like the micro stem, and I find that these headphones fit in my ears pretty well. I would say that the build quality and materials of these headphones are definitely up there and they feel really nice in hand, and they do a good job of staying in my ears. I gotta touch on the SoundPEATS app because that app is gonna be how you update these headphones firmware. And in my experience, SoundPEATS has done a pretty good job with ironing out bugs through firmware for these headphones. The app is really full featured and you can do a lot to go ahead and change the EQ and the sound, change the controls. And I would say that the app is kind of necessary for these headphones because I ran into issues in the past with connectivity. SoundPEATS fixed them with a firmware update, but ironically, I didn't utilize the SoundPEATS app for a long period of time, checked them, and my issues were solved. I would say that the app is well polished and it's probably one of the better apps among truly wireless headphones. Next, I'd like to talk a little bit about the controls of these headphones because ultimately, if these headphones have bad controls, it kind of ruins the overall user experience. Luckily, the controls of these headphones are really, really good and it allows you to skip, play, pause, increase the volume, decrease the volume, and enter gaming mode. I just wish I was able to rewind tracks with these headphones, but I understand the fact that you can't do that and it's a little bit of an omission. Now, none of this would matter if these headphones sounded bad or if you couldn't change the sound of these headphones. Luckily, these headphones sound really good, or they sound quite good. You're definitely going to want to use the EQ in the app to add a little bit more bass. Because of the smaller drivers, they push out less bass than the prior models. That can be kind of EQ'd out, but I wish SoundPEATS had left that large driver in there because it was really, really nice. They have a very, very kind of bright, sparkly sound, and the highs don't really overshadow anything else, but all of the talk about the sound and sound quality, sound stage kind of is irrelevant because of how much kind of you can do towards tweaking the sound signature of these headphones in the app. Out of the box, I find that they don't have enough bass and the mids feel a little bit recessed. I normally give them some more sub bass, push up the mids a little bit, and then add a little bit more to the high end just for what I like listening to. That's going to go ahead and bring us to the final tier rating of these headphones. And if you're not familiar with my tier rating, I rank all of the headphones and I put them up on my website on a tier list so that you guys can find headphones that you want to easier. I would say that these headphones are overall an S tier pair of headphones. They have two premium features that you don't normally see in kind of more budget headphones, being LDAC and multi-point connectivity. Although these headphones do disappoint me in some ways compared to the SoundPEATS Air 3 and Air 3 Deluxe, I think that overall for a newer model of those headphones coming in at basically the same price point, the SoundPEATS Air 4 Lite are a worthy successor to what has been my kind of favorite pair of headphones for the last 2.5 years, being the SoundPEATS Air 3 Deluxe. You can't really find the SoundPEATS Air 3 Deluxe anymore, but these headphones do a good job at picking up where those left off. Peace.